Okay, let's do it.
Welcome to TechTalk, episode 2. Only 2.
Yeah, well, two so
We've
far.
been very busy.
I did some individual updates. He
Oh,
didn't.
I didn't even check what they were. What
Yeah,
did you do?
it's okay. I just did like reasons why we're not here,
Oh,
and
yeah, okay, teenagers or okay, people always say that they're busy, but we were actually busy. I had what, 3 violin things that were huge, and then
I do things like
yeah, you
hockey.
you play you're like
Lots.
captain of your hockey team. So
Well, one of the
yeah.
three.
Oh,
Anyway,
there's
okay.
3 of them.
So
Okay,
Lewis,
where are we? How do you how do you use this app? Okay,
so,
notebooks,
notebooks,
tech,
TechTalk.
this
There it is.
sync.
Yes. Then you can look.
Oh, there's a
inside it.
stack.
Go back because you're not in the right notebook. Got to be in the TechTalk. So you click on that. There you go.
Oh wow, that's really interesting user interface.
And
Okay.
this app is actually kind of sexy. I kind of like.
So,
it.
do you want to
It's really nice.
start from previous topics that we collected, or just go from here? Why don't you take it?
Well, I have the list right there.
Oh,
so
okay.
this is up to you.
It's
Okay.
superfluous.
So the first thing that we have on the list for your topic is Intel releasing Broadwell U, which
Oh,
I
okay.
should look up.
That was okay. So maybe bring. Oh, we can't like. I guess we
There
can.
we
I
go.
guess we can edit this later, but oh god, more editing. It's a nightmare.
No. Relax.
Okay.
Relax.
All right.
We're fine.
We focus in. Okay.
Mhm.
So, Broadwell U is Intel's new line of low power processors. So they started. They've always been going towards this, but basically with the smaller production sizes now they're at 14. I want to say.
Yep.
They're now at their 14 nanometers. AMD will later be going to 16, but Intel's at 14 right now, and now they've managed to slam the power consumption down so low that they can put their the same amount of processing power in a smaller package because it requires less cooling. So I mean, this is old news from stuff that we got from coverage of CES.
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna be really varied. Okay, I'm gonna try and
Well, yeah.
keep it.
Well, I mean, if you go, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen anyway. It's what happens with
Okay.
pretty much everything.
Oh yeah, my green bar is a lot low. Okay, okay, this is probably good. Oh wow, when you coughed, it really peaked the audio. Okay, so
Understandable. Hold on.
yeah, so basically they Linus showed how there are these computers that were basically fit onto a PCB the size of a credit card, and then I think did it even have x86 architecture?
Well, I would assume so.
I think it did. So yeah, he was making fun of it because he's like, okay, you got x86 architecture on I'm pretty sure it was x86, but anyways, you got this thing on a little credit card, okay, but then you got a piece of copper foil and you call it a heatsink. So anyway, this is this is showing the Oh, I totally thought you did that.
I didn't.
You're yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. Fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
So I mean, this is showing the general trend in electronics that you're going towards more mobile, energy efficient, lightweight things that can be carried everywhere with you, because nowadays we're becoming more and more connected and want to bring our technology with us instead of having to just sit in a pretty box at home. PC Master Race.
I'm adding something extra to the list, which is
Okay.
kind of cool, but we'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to go through the old news too much because
All right. Nice.
it's is there anything you want? Oh, I kind of want to talk about the SpaceX launch.
Do it.
Okay, so let's just talk about what happened. Recap. I'm sure most of you know about this. It's been in the news for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, SpaceX launched the rocket. It was their Delta. Oh god, not Delta. Falcon 9. Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral. I don't even know.
I bet it would be Cape Canaveral. That's the only place. There
Okay.
we go.
Anyway, they launched it to the ISS. I don't want to say ICCSD just because of
The ISIS. They launched it to the ISIS.
Yeah, our school got ICCSD as our school district, and we actually have a snow day today, which is why we're able to record, which is nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a call. Nope.
Oh man,
So
he just hung up on his dad.
I don't.
He
wanna
just hung
do-
up
I
on
don't
his
wanna deal with that
dad.
right now. Okay, so
We ain't dealing with. We ain't dealing with that. Nah.
not right now. It's tech talk.
Not right
time.
now, man. We ain't doing that.
It's tech talk time.
We doing it. Okay.
Okay, so where are we?
SpaceX.
SpaceX. Okay.
Canaveral at
Yeah,
ISIS.
so resupply mission was just because I think previously a NASA rocket had failed, and that was just like, all right, SpaceX, do your thing, because we kind of messed up. So then they did their thing, and yeah, so it was revolutionary just because it was the first time that they had attempted a vertical, like the booster rocket. Their concept for their rocket design was to like decrease the turnaround for rocket engine recovery. So after so your booster stage, right?
All right.
So after it's spent, it separates, and then it tries to, what they try to do is land on a like a remotely controlled barge and try to land it there. So
Nice.
like in the future, once they get that going, they can like do it on land instead of on a barge to like, because they did it on the barge so that they did it to prevent injury, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
It's really cool. And yeah, so thoughts?
I didn't actually really read. Well, I mean, I remember seeing it in the news, but I didn't really read that much about it. But I think it's really, really cool, actually, that they're able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah. Oh yeah, so the only reason why they messed up was because I think they had some sort of leakage or something, but it ended up being like they ran out of hydraulic fluid.
Nobody likes leakage, boys.
Oh baby. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
so that's why they weren't able to land it properly. But nobody was on the barge, so nobody got hurt. That was good.
Nice.
Oh yeah, did you see the video of it landing though? It's so funny. Just like, what was there? What was it? No. This is like a big fireball coming up,
What?
and then the fuselage is just like snapped in half. It's like, oh, we almost made it.
It was close. It was almost there.
Yeah. So I like the night before the launch, I was just like up really late because I just do that sometimes. I just like don't sleep. So
It's
then
okay. All of us.
I was on
same for
Reddit,
everybody.
and I'm like, hey, Falcon 9 launch coming. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went to the stream, and they were literally like T-15, and I caught it there. I'm like, oh
boy, I
yeah.
didn't do that.
Yeah, so then I saw it blast off, and it was cool.
Yeah,
and
that would be.
I was actually
cool.
super excited because I've been playing a lot of I had been playing a lot of Kerbal
Kerbal.
Space Program that week. It was
I saw something on Reddit where this guy named his dog Kerbal.
Kerbal. No, it was a cat.
It was a cat
It
or
was a
something
cat.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
It was a cat.
You know what?
Yeah,
Maybe I
so-
don't know the difference between dogs and cats. I'm not. I don't know that. I've never been outside in my life. Actually.
What is the sun?
Who am dogs?
Who
What
am me?
What are cats? Okay.
Or sorry, I just wanted to talk about the
Yes.
mission control. So like
Yes.
the cool thing, right? So we're always used to the pictures of the space program from like the 60s and 70s, right? So they always have these like big old like hunking desks with like knobs and buttons. But then these engineers, they just got triple monitor setups with like the towers hidden and cable management like masterful. Like it's basically just there was monitors as ours, like I mean like not like CRT monitors, but like really thin LCD. Like it was like space age.
Most people
Yeah.
would consider this sexy.
Oh, have I not said that? It's
No.
Pretty
It looks good. It looks really good. That's like
yeah.
it's fine.
Okay, next topic. I feel like we went too much on that.
Oh, that's totally okay. Okay.
Oh, we're already running 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay. I'm looking at things and I just totally. Oh, that Myonix mouse. I just want to make a side note that tracks your heart rate and all of your like
Biometrics.
your biographical information. It knows where you were born, collects your social security number, etc.
Anthony Presimenti was born at the tender age of 0.
I was quite tender then.
He
Then
grew up to be a complete scrub.
yes. Well, yeah. I mean, look at me. The thing that I really wanted to talk about was reclassification of broadband.
Oh,
which was
that
really
is-
cool.
That is really
That's
important.
so cool.
Okay, so previously Tom Wheeler had like super bogus. He was like, Oh crap! I forgot all the stuff he did was.
Dude, that's bogus, though.
Like he refused even to think about like reclassifying.
He refused
like,
to think about it.
Broadband and like Title II, right?
Yes,
like, he refuses the Title II classification. Wait, did they pass the Title II classification?
I don't know. I don't think they did.
Okay.
I know that they made broadband 25 at least 25 megabit, not megabyte, megabit down and 5 up. So that means that Mediacom, who is our ISP, has to reform now because they're trash.
Oh yeah, Oh no, sorry. I don't want to interrupt.
They're just I don't. It bothers me so much. Like at West, they get serviced by it's like Iowa Education something like that. So they get like with wired internet, they get 500 down and like 700 up.
Wait.
Yeah, in the comp sci lab.
Wait, so you've run a
I run a bunch of speed tests.
I've never. Wow, I feel like
it fluctuates obviously, but
okay,
it's really really fast.
That's insane. That's like that's Korea level fast.
Oh yeah, that's like public Korea. Oh my god, but Mediacom advertises like, oh, you can get up 15, to like 15 and you get like 1 sometimes. It's just bad. The bad. Service, it doesn't like slow down a little bit. It will go full speed and then cut off entirely at a random time in the night where you would normally be using your PC anyway or something like that. And it does not end up benefiting the user, and Mediacom always gets flack for it. And then they have a ton of call centers. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I think we were talking about this. Like, my dad, whenever he calls them, it's just a bot, and he gets so pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, no, because because they always assume that like the average like end user, they're like really stupid, right? So they're like, have you attention customer, have you restarted? Have you restarted your modem? If so, say yes. And my dad's like, yes. I was like, okay, you have not restarted your modem. Yeah, no. Oh god, I really peaked it. Okay, R.I.P. headphone users. R.I.P. in peace.
Rip in pepperonis, boys.
Rip in pieces.
Rip,
okay.
Rip. Okay, so actually, I want to check.
Yeah, so the classification will sort of like move us forward, because as a country, as a first world country, first world problems, but like, as a first world country, we should push the boundaries of what's possible, because really, not only does it like improve the way, like, the internet is like a tool that can be used to like for like people to like like rise above their current situation, right?
Communicate, spread ideas, etc.
Yeah, so then making ours better makes the entire world's better, pretty theoretically, because it improves the technology and stuff, which makes it available to other countries,
and it forces ISPs to compete with each other.
But yeah, which is
by reclassifying the base level.
Yeah,
it has to raise. It forces a raise in standards.
Yeah, and
otherwise you can't advertise broadband. Or I guess you could, but you could be lying. Like,
yeah, I saw this thing. Like, this guy's like, okay, but I mean, they just won't use the name broadband. They'll be like super giga neon, neo, Jenna,
Neo Matrix.
Yeah.
Inception, just name it. Or they could call it Bradband and then claim Bradband. Broadband. Except it's broadband, except it just doesn't have the A, so it's just BROD band. So it's pronounced the same way. It just doesn't have. It's just not the same. They're totally different. Yeah, that's how it's gonna work.
The A is a 4.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count.
Broadband.
All the A's are 4s and all the O's are 0s.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What's the next thing?
Do you want to do more current ones?
Yes. YouTube now uses YouTube now prioritizes HTML5 over Flash.
That's been misquoted a lot.
Yeah, it keeps saying that like YouTube dealt the killing blow to Flash, and that's not the case. It's just that now they'll use the HTML5 player instead of the old default Flash player. So if there are videos in the past with that use
used
the Flash player, they'll
exclusively.
still use the Flash player. It's not they didn't kill it. They just don't use it as the default anymore.
Do they have some way? Did they have some way of like converting? Or
I have no idea.
I know it's really I know that okay because HTML5 is like a lot more streamlined, right? So I know that a lot of people were like forcing it through their Firefox and stuff.
The Fray Fox, and I think that's kind of nice. I guess it's kind of just moving, and Flash really isn't. I mean, it's used frequently, but it's not as much used as a plugin anymore, just because there are other options that are much more integratable, and it's easier, I guess. So, other than that, a lot of people keep freaking out, and they keep saying that Flash is thrown out the window and that YouTube and Google, like, incidentally, which, well, actually they own YouTube,
like,
so
okay.
not really incidentally.
Yeah, I just like looked up some article headlines. Okay, so PC Gamer, YouTube ditches Flash. GMA News, YouTube dumps Flash. Reddit, Flash is dead.
Flash is dead. Boy, it's dead.
YouTube, the Flash extended just kidding.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one. That's what we've been looking for.
Verge, YouTube drops Flash for HTML5 as default. That was the one that had the latest tech tips. The Verge.
Yep.
Let's look at that one then.
Ooh.
Slightly more.
Girl.
I'm look at some. I mean, basically, I just want to see if they have any mention about like whether they're gonna be converting or not. Spent years experimenting with HTML5.
Oh, engineer John Harding. I don't know who that is. Sorry. Well, I don't really have any more comments on that.
Okay.
Because I don't know that much more.
HTML5, good.
Yeah, great. Okay, the next thing that I just put on the list, like while we started recording this, was that they released Raspberry Pi 2.
Well, it's not Raspberry Pi 2. I think what they've been doing is do this more like Raspberry Pi A, B, but like this is a dual core Raspberry Pi.
And is compatible with Windows 10.
That's pretty slick.
That's cool. That's the thing I was looking for, because I've been looking into extremely small form factor PCs like the Arduino or like Raspberry Pi or whatever,
Yeah,
and they were
Arduino's a microcontroller.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
So that they're never ever compatible with like a standard OS, usually.
Yeah, I mean, okay, because
You can do it, but
yeah, because I mean, okay, the Raspberry Pi always is only able to run like stripped down versions of Linux, and I'm guessing like just Unix in general.
yes,
Right.
yes,
Yeah, but then so now they've added the ability to run Windows. I haven't looked at the articles. But
it's pretty cool, and especially since it's Windows 10, so that offers a lot of more options, especially for if I lost my train of thought.
$35.
Yeah, so it's pretty cheap. So if you want just like a extremely basic low-level workstation PC, like say you want to buy 10 PCs, you could buy 10 of them, $350, which is the lower than a standard laptop, a standard low-end laptop, or like even building your own PC price. You can get those, and then it's already a basic version of a PC that you can, like, do word processing on and things like that. So it provides a lot of options, especially for lower income area schools and things like that, which is really important, because if you're trying to keep up in a technological world and you don't have the funds to be able to do it, this is what's gonna help.
Again, with technology being like a boon to people who are like trying to rise above their their what's the wording I use?
I don't know.
Yeah, do better. Rise above.
Yes.
For upwards and onwards. Okay. So it'll be available for $35. I know that they're a very important education tool. Like they're often used to model like network clusters, because you can do like bridges between them and have them like communicate, or like have each one be like what do they call those in like a supercomputing thing, like yeah, you can have each act as a node, so you'll have people like having these strings of Raspberry Pis and just hook them up as like a supercomputer, which is really cool, and I want to try that sometime.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm removing all of the things that you downloaded.
Oh yeah, I'm
Accidentally.
sorry.
I got him.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I got 'em
was
off.
I had a
They're
deadline
fine.
tomorrow, and
It's
I
okay,
just kind
boys.
of
We're
you
good.
know sometimes you get to a point where it's like, I'm not even gonna like look at this. I'm just gonna download it. It's not a good idea, but it's like, ooh, converter, I need it, but because I had this like thing where I could only export as XML, I need it to be video.
Sorry.
Yeah, but thankfully I got a clean computer that allowed me to get the new install of Premiere Pro. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So while he's getting the next topic ready, I'll just talk about the specs. So it's it's a quad core. I thought it was a dual core.
What is?
The
new one?
Pi. Yeah, I thought it was dual core. It's quad core.
Nice. That is more
Broadcom
cores
9.
than my
Well, okay,
PC.
this is according to CNET, which has gone down in the few years. It's like declined.
Yes.
So 900. It's a 900 megahertz quad core ARM Cortex A7 processor with 1 gigabit of RAM. Gigabyte.
Gigabit, actually.
Gigabyte. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to find... So, here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh wait, where did the rest of our topics go?
There
With
is...
the RX 400 series leak, right?
You talk about that. I don't know very much about that. I don't.
No, they they don't. Basically, they just had some guy had, or there was a certain site that had a leak. Wait, can you find the rest of the stuff? I'll just look at the stuff about the RX 400.
Okay, I'm
So
looking...
RX 300 series has been pushed back to Q2. Like it was gonna come Q1 this year. I think this in March, but now they pushed it to maybe Q2. So that one is going to be produced by AMD on the 1600 nanometer manufacturing process. I think that one was codenamed Pirate Islands, which people on Reddit were like, "Oh, they named it that way is because they're gonna steal the Nvidia customers away."
Oh no.
Oh,
Man.
AMD.
Okay. I wanted to... Okay, so both of us, one of our friends, David Wu, actually made this really cool write-up about his build. So he's been working on this for a really long time. And I'm gonna post the PC part picker list, but he actually did this really cool write-up, which I thought was really exciting because it's not very often that you see a lot of your friends actually working on and producing a pretty solid write-up. Oh boy, Lewis is taking a look.
Oh wow, that's a really good deal.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
It's got an i5.
I'm very, very, very jealous.
I'm thinking that's a modular PSU. 7850 with mouse and keyboard, and it's only 900-ish, 850. Oh, I can't hear me. Maybe not.
850. If you didn't hear him, it's $850.
2 and 2.
It's pretty sick.
Should have gotten the Evo.
It's pretty sick.
You should have gotten the Evo.
It's 10 more bucks. He's cheap.
Well, I mean,
he's cheap.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I got the same cooler, and I think the fan is a little loud. But I mean, that's not to say that the Evo would definitely be an improvement. I guess.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't say that, but like, I don't know.
Okay. Also, I said this in one of the updates, but oops, not the right thing to pick up.
Keys.
I said this in one of the updates, but
Keys.
I added an extra repository to my Git on GitHub, and it's for anybody that's working on like computer science at all. I have all the solutions to the problems. If you want to like see how I did it or see how David did it or something like that, there's a public repository there so that you can see basically all of the problems as we progress through them. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of a fun thing to do.
Wait.
Yeah. What?
300 series is going to be produced on 28 nanometer process.
28 nanometer. Well, it's a question mark. I don't think it's. I think it's rumored.
Wait, what the heck?
28.
What? I totally thought it was gonna be the new. Wait, okay. Let me look at the RX 300 before I get ahead of myself. So RX 400 was going to be, um, the, um,
Bermuda.
yeah. So okay, never mind. But the RX 400 was going to be the Arctic series, Arctic Islands. So okay. So then I just saw something about the the manufacturing process still being 28 nanometers. So I'm gonna look. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ugh. Well, I do have the rest of the topic list. Most of the things are from CES, which was a while back.
I don't think we want to go into that too
Yeah,
much.
I posted some things.
Okay. Pirate
Lewis
Islands.
added some things. Zen processors and the Supor ball yesterday.
Super Bowl. Yeah, we can
Yes.
just talk about it in like I don't know commercials.
Sure. There were like 800 at least. I counted them by hand. 800 memes on Reddit dedicated to only the Super Bowl commercials and how they were emotionally evoking and not funny. Which okay, I
The Nissan
mean
one, the fuels.
that one was like
Okay. So RX, yeah, there's probably a typo on that site. So okay, sorry,
Yeah.
I had a bad memory. But, okay, so it's gonna be 20 nanometers, I think.
20 nanometers.
Now I feel bad because I'm just kind of stabbing.
It's okay. We've all done stabbing in our lives, Liz.
I'm just
Okay.
okay.
One way or
Well,
another.
it's gonna be really small and it's gonna be really good. So, okay. So then, later on, then the Zen processor, which is coming Zen processor AMD. I don't remember.
You have a link in the Evernote.
Oh, you want to click on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be the K12 architecture, produced by AMD. So this is gonna be after Bulldozer. So Bulldozer is the one that's FX series processor, or even it's Bulldozer Kaviri, which is going to the APUs, and then now Zen. I think there were some mention about Zen not having onboard graphics, which would point this towards like it being like a more like FX sort of processor.
Oh, finally.
Which I've been waiting for a while.
Finally.
Like AMD is good for like mid range like price per performance, but like once you get up to the higher like in the 9590 and stuff like that, it's like house fire. Like okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yes.
it works
Hot.
for some people, but if you're living paycheck to paycheck and somehow you can afford a really nice computer, but like you can't afford that extra energy bill, or like it's really hard to cool. Actually, you need water cooling to cool it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, okay, so
It's
I mean,
scary.
like people like Logan and like Pistol on Tech Syndicate, they really like it, but that's just because they're sort of like Team Red guys.
Yeah.
I try to be a Team Red guy. Or
I
not
don't.
try, but like I try to like keep it.
I run a Pentium.
Yeah.
So,
but,
sorry.
yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So like the 9590, the power consumption is like really crazy and really hot, and if you don't cool it properly, it'll be really loud. So that's why if I were to do another build at this point, I would use an Intel processor. So with this Zen line, it's K12 architecture, which they're working on.
This monitor that you can't see right here.
Multi-threading. I see multi-threading.
Multi-threading.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you know what quarter it's supposed to be put out?
No. Okay, I'm reading. I'm trying to read. Hold on.
Okay, x86.
Due in 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Don't know when.
2016.
So this most likely is going to be a CPU as opposed to like an APU. So.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that if AMD started doing multi-threading, not having multiple threads, but having multiple threads per core, then they would be a lot better off, and they can actually
Wait.
compete with Intel in the like high-end processors designed for like video editing, image editing, rendering, etc.
Wait, so what's the difference between multi-threading and hyper-threading?
Hyper-threading is just
When you do
Intel's name for
Oh.
multi-threading.
Oh, okay.
That's just what
Okay.
it's like SLI and Crossfire.
Okay. No,
They're both the same
I'm
thing.
pretty sure that AMD uses multi-threading just because like I mean 6300 is a hexacore, but it's like it's only
Oh.
because the each core is virtually split up into two cores. Is actually just like a triple core.
Triple core.
Oh
Oops.
baby,
I'm
got
looking.
triple.
I'm looking for the.
But I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. So
Bulldozers.
it just it didn't make sense in my head. So I'm just gonna ask.
Yeah. So they. It is technically split, but there's not multiple threads. Like it's split into, so it tricks the computer into thinking that there's multiple cores, right? That's basically what it is. It's split. Each core is split into multiple smaller cores.
Oh.
So that can help with parallel processing, parallel computing, things like that.
Oh, okay. So that's
that-
actually 6 cores.
It's basically.
Oh, okay. So then,
Yeah. So the FX maybe am I just looking at the totally wrong list? Maybe I am. The FX, yeah, well, it's 6-thread processors. So they do have multiple threads per core. You were right. He's right.
Oh, okay.
So they do have multiple threads per core, but I don't believe they use them the same way. I'm not entirely sure what the difference between that and Intel is. I don't entirely. Actually, I should look that up. Huh.
This is probably like this is a super underprepared episode, but you know,
Are we
whatever.
ever truly prepared, Lewis?
We were
Think
kind
about
of, We
that.
were kind of the first time. The first episode we were pretty prepared, but it's just that we weren't very on topic.
Oh my god. Okay.
So just keep on
Here. Oops.
trying to improve it. I feel like we just need to do more news reading.
As well, yes.
Like, okay, it'd also probably help if I weren't like completely burned out right now.
Yeah, I think that would help.
And like I want to play StarCraft really badly.
Yeah.
Right now. Like
We're gonna, yeah, that's gonna happen.
like okay, so after I go,
Ivy
I run
Bridge.
home and I
Ivy
eat
Bridge.
dinner. Do you want to do 2v2s?
Sure.
Oh, that's unprofessional.
Oh my god.
My bad.
Okay, there we go. Yes. So they do the same thing. They do have the mainstream processors do not have multiple threads per core. For AMD, they do. The only ones that have hyper threading are
i7s.
there's i7s. I believe there's one i5.
I think okay, what was it? The difference between i3 and i5 is that i5 has i3 has hyperthreading, i5 has more cores
Well, i5
but no hyperthreading, and then
Yeah.
i7 has even more cores, like an octo core, like the Haswell E octo core.
Some do. Like the 5960X
Yeah.
has
Super
8.
high.
The regular performance ones for i7 are 4 cores, 8 threads. So Intel, I guess they just do a really efficient job in making their threads and structuring their stuff. I guess that's just how they're gonna do it. That's not bad, and I mean AMD, their market right now is in obviously like the budget PC, because you can get like what 3.8, 3.9.
I just searched Reddit on Reddit.
Nice. You can get 3.8, 3.9 gigahertz and plus overclocking for like $130. That's great compared to an Intel processor, which, I mean, admittedly, Intel processors will probably last you longer and they take less, cooling to be able to run. But AMD obviously has a place in the market. Not necessarily the best, but they do have one.
We forgot completely about 970.
Oh
The
yeah.
970 drama.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who aren't in the know, there's a big drama about Nvidia's 970. So 970 is like sort of their what a lot of people are buying because the price per we should show the video after the
Yeah.
like tag it on at the end. But okay,
Okay.
so
Yes, I'll do that.
so the 970 was the best price per. It wasn't okay. Yeah, it's not the best price per performance, but like it's like you get like top performance for a price that's like not insane like the 980. So
Yeah.
you have the 970, right? So it's a 4 GB. It's supposedly a 4 GB card. However, the last 0.5 gigabytes is actually under it's not given the right amount of resources. So it's something like they have 8 memory modules but only 7 controllers.
Okay.
So the last 0.5 is only getting a seventh of the performance. So essentially, you're good from 3.5 from 0 to 3.5 of the video RAM. But once you get that last 0.5, you get started to slow down. There was I think there's some benchmarks that people did where they had the textures like sort of lower like on the brink, right? And it was okay. But once they push it past, there's like every few frames were like dropped, right? Because like you stutter like because every frame
Yes.
they stutter through the memory and through with every processor, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you'd be like these three frames were rendered using the memory that was fine, right? And then this frame was rendered with some of the memory being that last 0.5, and so it's wonky. So we have like
Wonky.
4, and then 4 that were good, and then maybe like 2 that were like bleh. Yeah. That's a bad explanation, but yeah, that's what was going on. So the problem was, so customers are super unhappy because they feel that they were lied to. And so the question is like, did NVIDIA did the marketing team were they aware of this like technical specification that like they just didn't know, or like I'm sure like the hardware engineers like didn't mean, well, maybe, but like maybe there's some miscommunication, or maybe they knew and they were telling the marketing team to say, hey, it's basically 3.5 gigabytes, but just tell them it's the full 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the deal with that.
So I mean,
I thought that was funny.
What do you think? You thought it was funny?
I thought it was kind of funny. It's unfortunate for everybody who had to buy a 970 that will actually use it at that capacity.
Yeah. So people,
might not happen that often. Maybe it does. I don't know how.
But
I don't know how much.
It's more important for the future, because as we move towards 4K and with like 1440 being the new standard, probably like approaching near the end of the year, or even now maybe. But as we go to higher resolutions and like games with like higher textures, higher polys, we're gonna need more video RAM to run those processes. So that memory ends up being important in the long run.
Good deal.
Yeah. So some people were kind of like, oh, why didn't you find out about this beforehand? Well, in my opinion, it's good. Well, it's better than now than later. And anyway, they launched the card like what, during the summer last fall?
What?
When did they launch like the 970?
I have no idea.
It was pretty recently. I mean, it's been less than a year.
It was really recently.
So I mean, it's not like it's been 2 years and it's like, oh, hey guys, remember that card you got gimped?
And it's not like anybody's not gonna find out anyway, because there are lots and lots and lots of people out there who are gonna push that to its absolute limit. And if they find that the comparative performance between it and something else is like the correlation is negative or whatever, then
they got gimped.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious that something is not right.
But regardless, I mean, the 970 is still a killer card, okay? Like the benchmark, just because this news came out doesn't mean that it invalidates any previous benchmarks.
Yeah,
it's still a killer card.
It's good.
What I thought was funny was how like AMD tries to cash in on it, like, hey, you want to turn in a 970? We'll give you a free 290X.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Good job, AMD.
Good job, AMD. All right. I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So I don't know. Thoughts on 980 versus like the SLI. Okay. In my opinion, I feel like SLI 970. Like right now, I mean, cause like not many games use SLI very well.
Yeah, SLI is never used efficiently.
So that I mean, well, I'm not one of those enthusiasts, but like personally, I would just go with one 970.
One good card versus two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, might as well.
Unless you have two
Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
good cards.
I mean, if you're in that position, might as well just get the other 970 versus just getting one 980. Yeah, like like I told you about that one guy in r/hardware.
Yeah. Yes.
Where like so he had the same idea. Like they always say that one video card is better than two in SLI or Crossfire, right? So, but right now the use scenario that's like best price per performance is two 970s in SLI, which like that's cheaper than a 980 and also gives more performance. So, this guy was wondering why that makes sense, because it goes against the common held belief that one car is better than two, and then he got downvoted the heck, which really bothered me. But that's Reddit.
Sorry, guy. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
I don't have any other topics actually. I don't have anything else because we
I don't know, more leaks. Skylake is coming out next year.
Skylake.
I don't remember what Skylake was.
It's just another iteration.
Is it the mobile
Intel
processors or because it says no? Okay. Okay, yeah. So there's gonna be a mobile variant of Skylake.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's that. Hold on.
For next time, we should do more science news. Cause
Yeah,
I
cool.
remember
That'd be nice.
They reached low energy supercapacitance. Sorry, low temperature supercapacitance. Like at
That's
like,
cool.
like so. What they did was they used like alternating layers of copper and like barium oxide, I think. And basically it did some sort of thing where it did this like resonating a pattern with electrons in between the layers, and that made it like super capacitive.
That's cool.
Or super what am I saying? Super capacitive, super conductive, superconductors, right? So let me just front page.
We're searching. Oh God, Reddit search. Holy crap.
Yeah, we're running. Well, okay. Most of this time was like us searching. Okay, because previously, they had found that there were that like when metals were at like negative 273 like Kelvin, which is like almost absolute zero, they would be able to conduct electricity with near zero resistance, which is what a superconductor is. Then later on, they found that if you cool like these ceramic materials to a low temperature, but that was like still much higher than absolute zero, which is why they call it like high temperature conductors.
Yes.
Yeah. So now they found one that it has to be excited with a laser.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of it's not like it's like right away, but like it's still a step forward, which is really cool. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nope, I'm done.
All right. So, I think for next time, I think now we've seen the two extremes. So one where we spend too much time preparing and get to nothing, and spend too little time and
have an old list.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. So I mean, okay, now I guess next time we just find maybe like 8 things each.
Sure.
And that'll be good. Like it won't take that long to find 8 things. Which is
nice.
Sounds good.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
let's try to make this a weekly thing. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh yeah, I guess it's a new thing that we got the video camera now.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
If we didn't have.
I got a new mic too.
Yeah, so we have 2 microphones. Oh yeah, setups. So we're using some Sony camera, hopefully running at 1080, 30,
10
1080p,
1080p, yes.
1080p, 30 frames per second,
30
hopefully.
FPS.
So I've got the Audio Technica ATR 2500 with well, I mean, you would normally do live monitoring, but I've been hooked up to my Osprey KC06s, which I love.
Which are
So
nice.
I
Yeah,
love
they're
these.
nice.
Oh yeah, your headphones broke.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
Bayer Dynamic XP50 IEs, which I bought from Massdrop like 6 months ago, just broke. The right earbud. I didn't tug the cable. Nothing happened.
You
with
take
any
care of
it.
his stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's in mint. I took a
It's-
look at it. It's mint condition.
It stays in this case all the time.
mint condition.
Always.
And it just busted.
It just happened. I
And
don't
okay, let's talk about the repairs.
know. What repairs?
No, like how much?
Oh,
yeah.
it costs like $85 to send it in.
It's
Like for a
crazy.
replacement unit, that's $35 more, and repairs. Like, why would I want to do that when I can just go?
Oh, wait,
What?
did it cut out?
I think we did. I think it did.
Oh, okay. We're going from the camera.
Yeah, we're going from the camera mic now. We recorded
Wait,
too long.
did you turn it off or no?
Did I turn what off?
The camera.
Oh, the camera's recording.
Oh, okay, I don't know. One time we were recording something and I turned the mic off because I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, we'll use the mic, and then yeah.
Nice.
No.
Okay, so apparently the disc write is too slow to record us for 46 minutes. So anyway, that's all the topics we have.
Oh, also your mic
Yes.
is the Samsung CO1U
Pro,
Pro,
which is nice.
with live monitoring as well.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
good.
cool.
We need to get another pop filter.
We do.
So guys, try to comment. We had like one follower and then we just didn't put stuff out. So hopefully now that we put more stuff
Yeah,
out,
we got a nice big episode.
yeah,
Wink.
we'll have more viewers. Hopefully we'll get better. Comments below. Suggestions maybe for good IEMs and for USB recording.
Yee. Yeah.
I guess the solution would just be not to use a laptop.
Yeah.
We should
think-
try to put an SSD in there.
That would be really cool.
Alright.
That'd be sick. Alright.